Hello, and welcome to my house. I figured if I was going to ask for some money that I would invite you into my home. It's the biggest compliment I can give someone is whether or not I let them into my house. But this is the point. I want to make a documentary. What kind of documentary, you ask? Very simple. It's a documentary where I take 5 of my friends who just happen to be comics, as well as myself. I'll call myself a comic as well.
This next guy, we just did a movie together called Dirtbags. Joe Degand, everybody. Bring him up.
You're her best friend.
Take your shirt off.
Dude, I have tattoos on me. I have stretch marks from my kids. Sympathy weight. Let's talk about it. I'm a shit show too. That's why I do comedy.
I want to drive around the country and basically go to open mics. No predetermined spots really, just kind of going to open mic scenes in all the major cities. We're going to start off in Chicago because that's where we're all from. Take it from there, go to St. Louis, huge comedy town, Austin, Texas, Phoenix, LA, San Francisco, Portland, Denver, Omaha. Big comedy town, people don't know that. Milwaukee, then back to Chicago. Really simple. All I want to do is show you guys what open mic is all about. I want to interview anyone and everyone involved in an open mic. I want to do the owner of the actual location. I want to do the producer of the show, the talent, the comedians that are actually putting on the show for you. Whether it be the veteran, the regular who's always there, or the newbie that is his first night. I even want to talk to his friends who came out to support him, if there are any. Sometimes that doesn't happen. If you've got a story about the first time you ever did stand-up, I want to hear about it. If you have a story about the first show you ever put up, I want to hear about it. I want to interview the bartenders, the waitstaff. If you're a comic, if you're a person who knows a comic, if you tried open mic one time and gave up, I want to talk to you. If you have a story about a heckler who made fun of you during a show, I want to hear about it. If you're the heckler who thinks it's appropriate to talk during a show, probably don't want to talk to you. But I might interview a couple of hecklers if it turns out that they want to talk to me. But it's been my experience, they don't like to talk after they've basically been shut down during a show. The chick or a guy who's willing to give a funny person sexual favors in the back after the show. I'm married, by the way, taken, so I won't be receiving any of those favors, but I want to hear from those people, and those stories are always worth it. I need money for things like gas, the van rental, hotel rooms so we can bathe and be presentable, entry fees into any kind of film fest who will take us, and then food and other things, as well as the prizes that you guys will be getting, or rewards as we so call them, for helping us out. The rewards you'll be able to check out right here. I'll put them over here. See that? Oh, yeah, that's right. You can get that. One of those. Helping out you guys. Right there. So far I've got a couple of interviews with some very awesome people. Nick John, teacher of stand-up comedy at Second City.
He's talking to me, it's like, and for about like 10 minutes, the conversation is like, me, model, me, Paris, model. I'm like, okay. And then she finally like runs out of steam. She turns to me, she goes, oh, what do you do? I go, oh, I'm a comedian. And she goes, oh. He gets up and walks away. And I was just like, yeah, I picked the right path.
That's perfect. I've got the owner of the Comedy Shrine, Dave Sinker. Maybe you've heard of him.
I had a teacher at Marquette who said I was going to be one of 3 things: a success and earn it, a success and not earn it, or a wino. So I was like, okay. Well, thank you, sir.
Joe Larkin, an amazing local comic in the Chicago area.
And I came off, and this guy hands me a $20 bill. I said, what's this? He goes, man, that was fucking amazing. Here, take this. And that was the most encouraging thing that ever happened to me.
Somebody paying you.
Somebody paid me besides the owner.
Yeah.
At an open mic, no less.
Chevy Joe.
I have never fail on my chest. I got this from an ex-skinhead in a dirty house. And I don't have AIDS and I don't have hepatitis, thank God.
Great guy. Huge story. One of the people who gave me my first opportunity to ever do stand-up, Amelia KLEYMANN.
I love being on stage, but there wasn't many opportunities for a 400-pound white girl to be a rock star. So I thought, well, I can be a comedian.
Some of the comedians that I want to bring with me. You've got KRISTEN TOOMEY. Right now she's an up-and-coming headliner. She's very awesome.
Please put your hands together for the one and only KRISTEN TOOMEY!
All right. Hi, guys. Hi. This light is terrible. It's just like the worst light possible, fluorescent. I feel like the room is so nice over here, and then it just progressively gets into like an interrogation room, like Law and Order, like a ranger. I don't know. Confess to something over here.
Then you've got ZAWADA. One of my closest buddies in stand-up was there since I started. Gave me a bunch of showcase time when I first started, and he is amazing. Very funny guy, and he even makes his own films.
Hi, you guys ready for your first comic? Alright. He's got a movie coming out this fall, and he's a regular here at Denny Jack's. Let's clap it up for Dale ZAWADA! You can't stop them. You can stop the music, but you can't stop their hearts.
Some of the newbies that I want to bring with me. COLLEEN FARRELL. She oozes energy, ladies and gentlemen. She's hilarious. She will dance with you at some point if you let her.
Comedy, give it up for the dirty suit, Miss COLLEEN FARRELL! And you guys wandered in off the streets, or did you know about the show beforehand?
Knew about it.
You knew it, that's why you wore your sequins. Damn right, everybody, give it up for the sequins. Yeah, Miss Sequins, you're after my own heart. I don't know if you knew this, but every single dance in high school I wore a sequin dress, every single one. Because I believed in it, and I believed in myself. So, what's your name? Hannah. Hannah, I'll probably just call you Miss Sequins, but I like you, Hannah. And I'm very proud to have you here at Hoo-Ha. I think you're really going to fit in here. I think you're really going to love it. Hannah, Miss Sequins, who'd you bring over here? Who's this dapper young man to your right? My gentleman friend. Ooh, gentleman friend. Okay, so he's not single. Everybody back the fuck off. Including myself. I will calm it down.
One of my close friends and writing partners, Matt WESTROM, just started doing stand-up. Already very funny.
Comic coming to the stage. Give it up for Matt WESTROM.
So, I mean, the first time I saw Kim K, I was like, that whore bad one's slightly attractive from the waist up. I started thinking like, fuck, like I couldn't date her because she'd come over and she'd like, with all that, ass meat. And she'd probably shit in my house, and then like, with that, like she would probably use a lot of toilet paper, which I hate buying toilet paper, so that's a no-no for me. And if she didn't do that, she'd have to shower. And I only have one towel, and I really don't want to work with that. So.
And then you've got the man of the hour. The person who just started doing stand-up. Dave SARTORIS. So Dave, why are you at my house right now?
I'm about to go do my first open mic.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty nervous. Had a nervous dump on the way up. And, I think we'll be all right.
I think that's good. It's good that you can get that out of your system, like literally. Just a power dump of nervousness.
It's a big old grunt.
I get it.
I walked into that gas station with no wallet on me, just sole purpose to go take a shit.
It's like, ma'am, I am not paying for any Tic Tacs right now.
I'm about to ruin your restroom.
Be prepared. And I'll be showing you the story of how he actually got his start in stand-up. Don't worry, there's more to come. I've got plenty to show you from what we've already been filming. But on top of that, I'm going to be doing interviews with all of the comics that will be coming on the trip with me, just so you can see how awesome they are and how awesome this trip will be. Guaranteed. Donate if you want, or at least share this with somebody that you know that is an open micer. But what I'm going to show you right now is some of the clips of some of the funniest things we've already taped so far, and some of the actual awesome insight we've gotten from some of the people we've interviewed. So, check this out.
Tell me what this documentary is about before I fucking start talking.
Documentary is about open mics.
Oh god, I hate open mics. Okay.
I was like, stand-up scene was something that scared me, and I always try to do one thing a year that scares me, and that was like, and see if it sticks, you know. And that was like the thing that scared me the most. And it took me, from the time I decided I was going to do stand-up to actually doing it, took me a full year.
He's only 3. He wasn't heckling you.
Would that I could, little homie, but I gotta go out with your pop.
We're gonna go up on stage and tell jokes.
Oh, I want him to stay with me.
Oh, what about me? Do you want me to stay too?
You know, if you want to make it in comedy, you got to hang out after the shows, you know.
That's a big deal.
And talk,
hanging out.
And talk, you know, about video games and comic books, you know, superheroes and pussy, you know.
Have you?
I haven't had any of those.
I mean, it's not like I do jokes about, you know, this is right and this is wrong.
For a second, I didn't know where you were going with that hand motion. I wasn't doing those kind of jokes.
Those jokes.
When people say, oh, I did 4 open mics this week, and it's like, well, congratulations. How many of them did you learn anything from? And if you're not using the open mic experience to learn something, then why the heck are you doing it? Because it's a place to hone your craft. It's a place to, you know, test new material.
Basically, like, and that's the thing. I know the way I talk, it may seem like it's like I'm full of myself or I'm just too big-headed. No, it's not about that. It's about being fucking confident.
Yeah.
If you're not confident in life, you're not going to make it anywhere. If you get on that stage with no confidence, crickets will destroy you. They will literally shield up level 5 wizards and they will fucking kill you. And the grunts will be there and everyone else will be there too.
You know, he was like so straight-laced, and I was like, you're my dad? And then he would come home and just like realize, it was like a big insight. It was like, oh, you were a big giant goofball, and like totally provoking my mom, and you know, getting her to yell at him, and just like being like just an idiot. And I was like, it's really very funny what you're doing. I didn't know. I thought you were just being an idiot. And I see you at work, and I see you like here, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
You're funny, you know. Funny is funny.
You either are or you're not.
And
That's
so
awesome.
it really was a woman. I was at an IHOP. This is like my favorite story ever about comedy. But I was at an IHOP with my friends, and we were just talking, like, you know, like you're sitting on the couch chatting. And as we were leaving, a lady came over to me and she said, I was overhearing you and your friends. And at first I was going to apologize, but she was like, you are the funniest person I've ever heard. You should be a comedian. And I was like, yeah, I should be a comedian.
Failing is not, you just have to fail.
Yeah.
You have to.
Bombing is a part of
Bombing is everything.
I think the best advice I can give to a new comic is do no more than 3 open mics a week. 2 or 3 open mics a week, and the rest of the week you should be writing.
Yeah, or salvaging the relationships you have. So
well, yeah, you know, yeah, that's true. That's very true because, you know, comics don't make good husbands or wives or significant others. It's very difficult.
It's like where I look at him and I go, I hate you so much because you're so good.
He's like a fucking genius.
And
But it's like
he doesn't even realize sometimes.
no.
So fuck everyone else that talks shit and says this and says that and judges this and judges that. Unless you know the person, unless you've seen them, unless you have chatted with them, don't ever fucking tell them that, you know, they're doing this and they're a douchebag and all that. Go ahead, call me a douchebag all you want, but I'm not going nowhere. I'll just be a bigger douchebag. Tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Guys, Joe Larkin.
I forgot to mention Joe Degand too. He's a very funny guy.
I try. But I'm getting there. I just gotta put a lot more work and time in. That's my thing.
Anyway, it was fun. Pleasure.
Thank you. Sir. Yeah, we'll stop recording now.